Hey y'all, it is sunshine. All right, this week was going to be Hade Week, Heaven and Earth Design Week. It's not going to happen. I'm just not feeling it. Plus, I had to get more yarn to finish this Batman logo blanket. I've got to get this out of my work pile. It's got to be finished. It just does. So, Hade's not going to happen this week. And that's okay, plans can change. I'm so ready to get back to Angel of Grace. I did make another project bag. Y'all, I got an addiction now. I love them. Now, somebody did ask on my Facebook, hey, could you put the clear window in the front? And you know what? I don't know. It's probably possible. I don't know. Because I honestly don't know how to go about doing that. You know, it's not a simple, like a zipper one. Project bag has an inner lining and an outer lining with batting in the middle. So I don't know how that works. But here's the newest little gem going on. Now this is not a filter, y'all. It naturally is this bright. Now the inside fabrics I'm not really worried about because honestly it's just for me. So, you know. Tell me that don't look like the 80s blew up in the side of my bag. I love it. I love it. Now I did put snaps on my Amazon wish list because they are rainbow colored and they almost have every color to match instead of just these white ones. So, you know, kind of think about doing that maybe. But I love making these. I do have to make something a little bigger because one of my projects quite doesn't fit in here, and that's my Hade, because there's so much fabric. So much fabric. So I'm going to make something a little bigger and go from there. But I'm enjoying making those project bags. They're just so much fun. I did make a couple of granny squares. I like doing granny squares at night. It's just mindless. We're fixing to have to go to the laundromat, so I'm going to pack up the granny squares and go with that because I don't want to drag anything else to the laundromat. Or I may just read my book. I don't know. I've been doing this series. It's called something Pray. Hold on. Let me look. And it's by John Sandford. And what am I sitting on here? There's stuff in my way. Let me see. The Pray series. It's just called the Pray series. And I've been reading those. And I started with 1. This is number 2. And I think there's like 30 something books. But this right here has captured my mind and my everything because it's so good. This series is amazing. So this one's called Shadow Pray by John Sandford. Like I said, there's a whole Degum series. It's a long one, folks. And then I got on the eBay, and I'm going to have to start ordering scrap lots. I've been using my scraps for something else. And I don't have much scraps left, so I'm trying to find the cheapest way to do it. But so I bought 1 scrap lot off of eBay. It's not a whole lot, but it's all I can afford right now. Things are tight, you know. When you move into a new house, it's just things are tight. And that's the way it is. So, but I got some more squares done. These are foundation paper pieced. Meaning, I traced the pattern on this side of this is parchment paper. I figured this is the cheapest way to go. It's parchment paper. and it tears really easily. So I'm down for that, because computer paper, like I said, we had this conversation the other day. Computer paper from the library, if I print like 1,000 copies, would be ridiculous. Ridiculous. So I went down to the cheapy old dollar store. I even went to a store called Ollie's. I don't know if everybody has an Ollie's or not. It's kind of new here in Abilene. But I spent like almost $4 for a roll of parchment paper at the dollar store, and it's like 60 square feet. No, it was 30 square feet. And then, I don't know where it went. And then I found this same price at Ollie's, but their box was 100 square feet. I was like, well, that's a no-brainer. But just sewing it's already tearing. And I love that. You don't have to keep the papers on it right this second. When you get done with the blog, you can tear the papers off. I just prefer to have that foundation until I get ready to sew them together. Now, I found these are 6.5 inches squared. I did find, and I don't know why, but I had 6.5 squares cut, 6.5 inch square cuts that are just random. And I was like, well, guess what? I'm about to use those bad boys. So, might help if I turn the ruler the right way. Anyway, I'm loving this. I think this is my calling, is foundation paper piecing, because I do not have to worry about stupid seam lines. That seems to be a big issue with me. I gotta feel like the seams have to match up. In reality, they don't. So what I'm thinking is, if I have enough squares, like I said, I've got to source. Now, don't get me wrong. I have yardage. I have some yardage that has been kindly gifted to me throughout the years. But the thing of it is, I don't want to use yardage on this. The whole project, the point of this project was to use scraps. But I don't have bigger pieces of scrap. So I went ahead and ordered, and I'm just going to try to order a scrap lot a payday, just to see if I can get the scrap built up again. Like this one is, the long middle piece is 7 and some change, and almost 3 inches across. So that's got to have a big piece. So anyway, I'm excited to see where this goes, because Hot Stuff wanted a quilt for our bed. He wants his own quilt. He does borrow my quilt that Miss Janice made me, but I get it back in the morning, so it's okay. His favorite one, his absolute favorite blanket that I have that was gifted to me from a subscriber, he is in love with. It's the crocheted, it used the blanket yarn, and it was that pinkish coral yarn, and somebody graciously crocheted that for me. It was huge. It was a beautiful blanket. Well, I've kept that. I have kept it, and I've been using it, and he took it over, and he loves it, and he wants his own blanket. So I told him, I said, well, then I'm gonna quilt you one, because I think he likes quilts better. He likes the weight of the crochet one, but he likes the texture of a quilt. So I'm a quilting one, and I told him it's going to take a while. He wants to get one from Walmart, and I said they usually don't last, but it'll hold you till I can get this one done, because it's going to take a while, because I have to. I make a couple of squares. I'll trace the pattern and make a couple of squares. I don't think I have the paper up here. No. Maybe? No. I don't know where the pattern is. I don't know. So, but I told him it's going to take a hot minute, because I got to trace the patterns on several sheets so I can do a couple at a time. But also, I'm going to have to keep ordering fabric scraps a little bit at a time to get through this. I thought I had pretty decent scraps, but I don't have any bigger pieces. So it's going to take me a minute. It's going to take me a minute, and I'm okay with that. I also got me an iron. I was trying to use my applique iron to do the quilting, and to iron the fabric and starch it and stuff like that. So I got me an iron, and I got it because Darlene Michelle. How do y'all know I struggle saying her last name? But I love her. She is a quilt queen. Quilt queen. And cutest little dog named Rocket. And her and Joe are back together. I mean, it's just beautiful. Just beautiful. And she was talking about this iron that doesn't have the auto off. And I was like, yes, I'm going to Walmart to search for this. Because I'm tired of mine. I hate irons that turn off on themselves. I know that's a great safety feature for people that have memory loss like I do. But when I want to iron, you know. And so I went to the Walmart and I found it for right at $10. It looks like this. So, yeah. And Hot Stuff, bless his little heart, he was like, well, now you, when I told him, I said, you can't put water in these irons. He goes, well, why not? And doesn't it need to steam? And I said, no, you don't want steam in your quilt piecing because that'll stretch it. Plus, our water is disgusting. I don't recommend drinking the water. We can't, really. And it'll leave that hard white stuff everywhere all up in that iron, and I'm not about to have that happen. So I don't ever use steam. I use a dry hot iron, and if it needs a little something, I'll spray some heavy starch on it. And I love my starch. I do. And I don't think I've got, no, it's over there. Because I know there's some people that use that Lean's Best Press. Y'all, that's expensive. You can just do the same dang thing with the concentrated Flogo, or what is that called? The blue starch in Walmart, by the gallon. So, you know, there's alternative ways to make things happen. But I am loving being able to sew again, and, you know, just having that. I do need to clean my my living room. It's starting to overflow with projects, and I know he doesn't mind, but I do, because he deserves a clean home, an organized home, and there's just so much chaos in my world. But he understands that this is how my brain works. But on the other hand, I want to be respectful to him and give him the house that he deserves to be clean. So anyway, guys, I love y'all. Take care, and I hope y'all have a great tomorrow. I'll be back Saturday for a wrap up. I did make, I did some Haid work, but not a lot, but I'm still going to show it and go from there. So anyway, guys, y'all take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.